The stars blur past her cockpit like dying sparks. Ahsoka Tano has not slept. She has not eaten. She has done nothing but push that ship harder, faster, because Maul's words will not leave her alone. It is Anakin Skywalker we should fear. She did not want to believe him. Pause. She still does not. But something deep in her chest, that old, unbreakable bond through the Force, is screaming at her now. Not whispering. Screaming. Coruscant appears through the viewport, glittering and cold. The city planet never sleeps. Tonight, it has no idea what is about to happen inside one of its tallest towers. Ahsoka cuts through the upper lanes, ignoring traffic control. Comms crackle. She ignores those too. She pulls her ship into a landing bay near the Senate district, and she is running before the ramp even fully lowers. Her boots hit the durasteel. Her breath comes hard and fast. Around her, the city hums with ordinary life speeders, crowds, vendor lights, flickering in the lower levels. Nobody here knows. Nobody feels it, but she does. Through the Force, she reaches out, searching for that familiar warmth she has known since she was 14 years old. That signature she could find in total darkness, in the middle of a war, on the far side of the galaxy. She finds him. He is close. Ahsoka turns toward the Supreme Chancellor's tower, and her heart nearly stops. Because through the Force, she can feel something else pressing against Anakin's presence, something cold, patient, and ancient. Something that has been waiting for this exact moment for a very long time. She runs. The turbolift doors ahead slide open. She lunges inside, hammers the controls. The lift rises, floors flashing past, and she watches the level indicator climb, one number at a time, each one feeling like a countdown she cannot stop. The lift slows, the doors open, and there at the far end of a long shadowed corridor she sees him, Anakin Skywalker. Standing completely still outside Palpatine's office door, his hand is already raised. Reaching for the control panel, Sky Guy. Her voice comes out barely above a whisper. He freezes. Slowly, very slowly, Anakin Skywalker turns around. And when his eyes find hers across that corridor, something flashes across his face that she has not seen in months. Not anger, not grief, not the exhausted fury of a general worn down by war. Surprise. Raw, unguarded. Almost young surprise, like a boy caught mid-step on the wrong path. Behind that door, the galaxy's fate is still balanced on a knife's edge. But the next move belongs to Ahsoka. She had maybe 30 seconds. That is all the time Ahsoka gets before the doors at the far end of the corridor burst open, and 4 Jedi Masters come through them like a wall of purpose and drawn steel. Mace Windu leads. His purple blade is not yet ignited, but his jaw is set, his eyes are hard, and he moves like a man who has already made his decision and simply come to deliver it. Ahsoka recognizes the others. Ajan Kolar, Ceci Teen, Kit Fisto, senior members of the High Council, the kind of group you only assemble when the stakes are absolute. She steps closer to Anakin on instinct. He does not look at her. His eyes are locked on Windu. His breathing has already changed, shorter, sharper, the way it always did when he felt cornered. Anakin. Her voice is low, urgent. What is happening? He still does not answer, but his hand drifts almost unconsciously toward his lightsaber. That single movement tells her everything. He already knows what is behind that door. He already knows what the Jedi Masters are here to do. And somewhere between the corridor and this moment, Anakin Skywalker has arrived at a crossroads, and he is already leaning toward the wrong direction. Inside the office, the confrontation ignites fast and brutal. Ahsoka hears it before she sees it. The snap hiss of lightsabers. A burst of crackling energy. Then silence. The kind of silence that means people are dying. Anakin moves toward the door. Ahsoka grabs his arm. He spins on her, and for just one heartbeat, his eyes are not entirely his own. There is something underneath. Something desperate, and dark, and drowning. He is the only one who can save her, Ahsoka. Padme is going to die. The words come out cracked. Raw. Like he has been carrying them so long they have finally split him open. And there it is. Not ambition. Not hunger for power. Just a husband. Terrified of losing the person he loves most, willing to burn the entire galaxy down to stop it. Ahsoka does not let go of his arm. Anakin. Her voice breaks slightly. "If you walk through that door right now, I cannot follow you. Do you understand what I am telling you?" He looks at her hand on his arm, then at her face, then back at the door where, beyond it, Mace Windu is fighting the most dangerous man in the galaxy. The sounds from inside the office shift. A crack. A cry. Then, nothing. And then a voice, ancient, trembling, perfectly calculated, calls out from behind the door. "Help me!" Anakin's entire body goes rigid. Every muscle, every instinct, every dark and desperate corner of his grief pulls him toward that voice like a current pulling a ship onto rocks. Ahsoka steps directly in front of him. She is not holding a weapon. She is not threatening him. She simply stands there between Anakin Skywalker and the worst decision of his life, and she looks him straight in the eye. "Choose," she says quietly. He does not step around her. For one long, terrible moment, Anakin just stands there, chest rising and falling, eyes locked on hers. The sounds from inside Palpatine's office have gone completely quiet now, and that silence presses down on both of them like something physical. Then slowly his hand drops away from his lightsaber. Equals Ahsoka exhales. She takes him by the arm firmly, the way she used to when they were running from something together on some half-destroyed battlefield, and she pulls him away from the door, down the corridor, around a corner, out of sight. He lets her. And somehow, that is the most frightening thing of all. Anakin Skywalker, the man who never backed down from anything, lets her lead him away. She stops when they are far enough. She turns to face him, and she waits. He stares at the floor for a long moment, jaw tight, fists clenched at his sides, like a man trying to hold himself together through sheer stubbornness alone. Then it breaks. "I keep seeing her die." His voice comes out rough, barely above a whisper, but in the stillness of that corridor, it lands like a detonation. "Padme, every night, I see it happen, and I cannot stop it, and I have tried everything the Council would allow. And it is not enough. And Palpatine told me there was a way." He stops himself, swallows hard. Ahsoka does not move. She does not flinch. She does not give him the easy reaction he is probably bracing for: shock, judgment, the careful Jedi distance she was trained to offer. She just looks at him, really looks at him, the way she used to when she was his Padawan. And she could read every layer underneath, his confidence, and bluster, and bravado. What she sees now breaks her heart quietly. He is exhausted, completely, utterly exhausted, not from the war, not from the battles, but from carrying this alone, from smiling in council chambers and bleeding in private, from being Anakin Skywalker, the chosen one, the hero when inside, he is just a man who is terrified of losing his wife. "How long?" she asks softly. "How long have you been carrying this by yourself?" He does not answer. He does not have to. "Anakin." She steps closer. "Whatever this is, whatever comes next, you are not facing it alone. Not anymore." He finally looks up, and something in his expression, something locked and armored and heavily defended, shifts just slightly, like a door that has been sealed for a very long time, cracking open 1 inch. "Palpatine knows things, Ahsoka. Things the Jedi never taught us." She holds his gaze steadily. "Then we find another way," she says. "Together." Behind them, deep inside the Chancellor's office, something stirs in the Force. Patient, watching, calculating. Palpatine had a plan built perfectly around one man's isolation. That plan just developed its first crack. It ends faster than anyone expects. Without Anakin's intervention, without that one desperate, galaxy-breaking choice, Mace Windu does what he came to do. Palpatine fights. Of course he fights. He unleashes everything: the lightning, the theatrics, the perfectly performed helplessness. Every trick in a playbook built across decades of patient, invisible evil. But Mace Windu did not come alone. And this time, nobody comes through that door to stop him. The Supreme Chancellor of the Galactic Republic, Darth Sidious, Sith, Lord of the Old Order, is taken alive. Barely, but alive. The Jedi secure him within the hour. Senate guards are overridden. Clone commanders receive new orders. And by the time Coruscant's twin moons rise over the skyline, The most powerful man in the galaxy is in restraints. And the news is already spreading through every level of the city planet like fire through dry grass. The public reaction is immediate. And it is not relief, it is fury. Because the question every civilian, every senator, every ordinary person in the Republic starts asking loudly, and all at once, is not simply how a Sith Lord took control of the galaxy. The question is how the Jedi let it happen. Palpatine did not rise to power overnight. He served in the Senate for years. He was elected Chancellor. He was granted emergency powers twice by a body of lawmakers that included Jedi advisors, Jedi generals, and Jedi representatives who sat in the same building and felt nothing. Senator Bail Organa stands before an emergency session of the Senate within 48 hours. His voice is measured, careful, but the words underneath are sharp as any blade. The Jedi Order has served this republic with honor and with sacrifice. That is not in question today. What is in question, what must be in question, is how a Sith Lord sat at the center of our democracy for over a decade, and not one of them sensed it. The chamber is completely silent. On the Jedi Temple's highest floor, the Council assembles, and for the first time in living memory, none of them have an answer prepared. Yoda sits with his eyes closed for a long time. When he finally speaks, his voice carries something unfamiliar, something that does not come naturally to the Jedi High Council. "Failed," he says quietly. "In this we failed." 3 words, spoken plainly, no deflection, no philosophical distance. But 3 words are not enough. Not for the Senate, not for the public, not for the clone troopers who followed Jedi generals into battle for 3 years and are now learning that the war itself was engineered by the man sitting in a Republic detention cell. Anakin stands at the window of the temple's upper gallery. Below him, the city stretches out in every direction. Millions of lives, millions of people who had no idea how close everything came to ending. Ahsoka stands beside him. Neither of them speaks for a while. Then Anakin says it quietly, with no anger and no drama. Just the flat, tired weight of someone finally seeing something clearly. "They are going to ask us to disband, aren't they?" Ahsoka does not answer immediately. She does not have to. The council did not say no. They said not now. Later, when things settle, when the Senate hearings conclude, when the Order's future is no longer balanced on a knife's edge, in a room full of angry politicians. Anakin listened to every word. He nodded at the appropriate moments. He walked out of the chamber calmly, with his hands folded behind his back, the way a respectful Jedi Knight is supposed to. Then he went straight to the hangar. Ahsoka was already there, bags packed, ship prepped, arms crossed, waiting with that particular expression she had worn since she was 14 years old. The one that said she already knew exactly what was about to happen and had simply decided to be ready for it. "I was wondering how long that meeting would take," she said. Anakin almost smiled. "Almost. We are not authorized for this," he told her. Honestly, clearly, giving her every chance to walk back through that hangar door, she picked up her bag and walked toward the ship. When has that ever stopped us? The mission parameters were simple and nearly impossible. Padmé's visions showed her dying in childbirth. Anakin had spent weeks quietly researching every lead Palpatine had dangled in front of him: ancient Sith knowledge, forgotten Force techniques, the power to cheat death itself. Most of those doors were now closed forever, sealed when Palpatine was taken into custody. But not all of them. There was a planet, old, remote, barely a footnote in the Jedi Archives Moraband, some called it. Others called it Korriban, a place where the ancient Sith once studied the deepest and most dangerous edges of the Force, where the boundary between living and dying was, according to texts so restricted, Ahsoka had to slice 3 security layers to read them, thinner than anywhere else in the known galaxy. Not a safe destination, not even close. But Padmé was 7 months along. The visions were intensifying, and waiting for council authorization while the Senate debated the Jedi Order's entire future was not a plan. It was a slow surrender, dressed up as patience. Anakin pulled the ship out of the hangar before anyone thought to check the departure logs. For the first 3 hours, neither of them spoke much. The hyperspace tunnel stretched out ahead, blue and white and endless. Ahsoka studied the archive texts on a datapad. Anakin flew with both hands on the controls, even though the autopilot was perfectly capable, because keeping his hands busy kept the fear at a manageable distance. Then Ahsoka looked up from the datapad, and her expression had shifted. Not frightened. Ahsoka Tano did not frighten easily. But something in those ancient texts had clearly given her pause, the kind of pause that meant the situation was more complicated than either of them had fully understood when they left Coruscant. "Anakin," she said carefully, "these texts, they do not describe a technique. They describe a trial." He kept his eyes forward. "What kind of trial?" She set the datapad down slowly. "The kind," she said, "where only one person walks back out." The ship moved through hyperspace, silent, fast, carrying two of the most capable warriors the Jedi Order had ever produced, straight toward a world that had destroyed everyone who ever came looking for the same answer Anakin needed. Behind them, on Coruscant, a council member finally checked the departure logs. An alert was issued within minutes. Nobody was fast enough to stop them. He did not need to be free to finish it. That was the part nobody understood in time. Capturing Palpatine, restraining him, locking him behind 3 layers of Republic security, felt like winning. It felt like the crisis was contained, like the worst had been avoided. It had not been avoided. It had simply been delayed by approximately 11 hours. Because Order 66 was never dependent on Palpatine standing in a room and giving the command personally. It was embedded, biological, planted inside every clone trooper in the Grand Army of the Republic long before the first battle of the Clone Wars was ever fought. All it required was a signal. He sent it from his detention cell. Nobody's entirely certain how. The investigation afterward would consume months and answer very little. What is certain is that at precisely the same moment, across dozens of systems, Felucia, Mygito, Salukami, Kashyyyk, Cato Nemoidia clone troopers stopped mid-sentence, mid-step, mid-meal, and then they turned on the Jedi standing next to them. The difference this time, the critical, brutal difference, is that there is no Darth Vader. In the original timeline, the Purge was efficient, directed. Vader led the assault on the temple personally. He was terrifyingly effective, part military commander, part dark side weapon, part symbol designed to break Jedi will before the fighting even started. None of that exists here. What exists instead is chaos. Raw, leaderless, galaxy-wide chaos. Clone units acting on biological programming without unified strategic direction. Some Jedi escape in the first minutes simply because the local clone commander hesitates a fraction too long. Others die because they trusted their troops completely and never saw it coming at all. On Kashyyyk, Yoda survives as he did before. His reflexes and his connection to the Force remain extraordinary, but without communications, without a functioning chain of command, without any way to warn other Jedi in real time, he can only do one thing. He runs, and he hates every step of it. On Coruscant, the Jedi Temple comes under attack from multiple clone battalions simultaneously. The fighting inside its halls is fierce and desperate, and goes on far longer than Palpatine's original plan ever intended. Without Vader to break the temple's defenders psychologically, the Jedi inside, including Padawans, teachers, archivists, fight back with everything they have. Some of them actually hold, but holding is not winning. And with Order 66 active across the entire galaxy, every hour that passes costs more lives, Jedi and clone alike, in a conflict that has no clear endpoint and no single person capable of stopping it. In the Senate, panic sets in fast. Bail Organa attempts to convene an emergency session. Half the senators do not show up. The other half cannot agree on anything. The Republic's political infrastructure, already cracked by years of war and Palpatine's quiet manipulations, begins fracturing under the pressure in real time. And in a detention cell at the center of it all, Sheev Palpatine sits quietly with his eyes closed. He cannot see the chaos he has unleashed. He does not need to. He can feel it through the Force, spreading outward like ripples from a stone dropped in still water. Messy, unpredictable, not the clean empire he envisioned. But chaos, he has always known, is simply opportunity wearing a different face. His trial is scheduled for 30 days from now. He does not intend to be in that cell for 30 days. The signal reached them 4 hours from Korriban. It came through on a Jedi emergency frequency, one so rarely used that half the Order's younger members did not even know it existed. Short, encoded, devastatingly clear once Ahsoka broke the cipher in under a minute. Order 66 is active, temple under siege. Survivors scatter and survive. Anakin read it twice.